Right now, the way that you guys have been making money with FancyWorks is with this method over here. I guess we're gonna call this the traditional method. You guys have been investing money under our company, in our company, in real estate. And the way it works is you give us a sum of money, you get 12% in return, 12 to 15% return in 6 months. This, the traditional way to invest, it's kind of like almost like a savings account, but not like the savings account from banks. Banks right now, they're giving you 0.1% to 3%. In some cases, I saw some that they go up to 6% on the interest that they give you, but this interest is per year, not in 6 months. So our way of giving money is way better than the ones from the banks right now. I mean, we're talking about 3 to 5 times more than what the bank gives you in the less amount of time. So this is a traditional way that we've been using right now for you guys to be making some money. But this is still gonna stay in the app because we wanna leave this out there, kind of like a way of people to save money. There's people that wanna start saving money, and banks are like the last option that you should be considering, especially when inflation is like 7%. And banks, the percentage that they give you is less than 7. So basically your money is losing value sitting in the bank than if you were like investing in something and make it work for you. But right now, this right here is what I want to talk to you about. This is the new strategy that we're going to be using. This strategy beats that one on the percentage and on the benefits of the investors that get involved with this one. Now there's going to be a little bit more commitment being asked from the investors, but it's gonna be worth it at the end. So the way this strategy works is a little bit similar to the BERT. For those guys that are familiar, for you guys, the ones that are familiar with the BERT. But the way this works, this is an investor. We have 5 investors. We have a house that is gonna cost us $60,000 to buy and then $40,000 to remodel. This house, once it's remodeled, the value of this house is probably going to be around $120,000 after renovation value. Best case scenario, it can jump all the way to $170,000. We've seen that happen, and the way it happens is because we buy houses. We try to be really careful about where we buy houses and what houses we buy. We usually try to buy houses where the area is growing, there's a lot of construction going on, there's a lot of things being developed around the area, in other words. The way that we're going to be using this strategy, so we buy a house, we remodel it, we got a estimated value after renovation, and each of these investors that got into that deal, they become owners of this house. And the way they become owners of this house is through an LLC. So in other words, we're kind of like creating teams of investors that all of those investors are going to be owners of such LLC. We're going to be creating, in other words, multiple LLCs for each group, and in each group, FancyWorks is part owner of the house, or part owner, not of the house, but of the LLC, all together with the rest of the investors. In this example, each investor put $20,000. If the house is costing us around $100,000 to remodel, basically it's like each investor is 20% owner of this LLC. Remember, the LLC, not the house itself. Now this house, we're planning a house of this range that is gonna cost us around $100,000. We can probably rent it for $1,000 minimum. From those $1,000 minimum, we're gonna be subtracting $500 for tax purposes and maintenance. So at the end, we're gonna be left with $500. Those $500, each investor gets $100 per month. It's like I want to call it passive income. So you're getting $100 per month, and usually I use this timeline to represent how that's gonna work. So we're gonna buy, just for example, we buy a house because it's at the beginning of the year. Well, it's gonna be pretty soon the beginning of the year. we're gonna be in January with a house, brand new house. We're probably gonna be remodeling it all the way to April. Worst case scenario, all the way to April. Once April gets here, the house is gonna be fully remodeled and ready to be rented. By May, we're gonna have a tenant there that is gonna be renting the house for the rest of the year. So we're gonna be getting this month right here as rent money all the way to the end of the year. Now, you might be asking yourself, okay, why do you want to do this way instead of this? We're gonna jump into the pros. So by doing things this way, basically, big first huge difference, you become an owner of a house. Here, you're pretty much entitled to your money, just the money and the interest. But in this one over here, throughout the whole process that we are handling your money, because that's all you have to do, just give us the money, we handle everything. You're actually gonna have something tangible that you can drive to, present to other people and be like, hey, see over there, that house cost me $20,000. They're gonna be in disbelief, probably like, how can you buy a house for $20,000 and make money off of it, and why not? So that's the first huge difference. You become owner of a property, and in this one you don't. But with this strategy, we wanna start calling it something so it can be a little bit catchy. But we're trying to do a little bit more research. I know this one works because there's people, right now we're starting, right? Like we just got started with real estate more than a year ago, and we're learning. And as we go and learn more, we thought that this was like a brand new idea that we came up with, but it turns out that there's people already doing it. So we are pretty much almost ready to get started with this. Like I said, I want to get started next week as soon as possible. We are probably gonna use pretty much what's rest of the year to get everything in place. Right now I have a house of myself that I was planning on selling, and I want to apply this strategy to that house. So, and the reason why it's gonna take me the rest of the year is because I want to jump in, and like right now I'm gathering the people that would like to come and join this strategy and get started with the LLC by the beginning of the year. But I want to have the money before the year ends. That way I'm not like, we're ready to get started in January, and probably have all the way from February to the rest of the year to be actually making income and whatnot. And mainly tax purposes. I don't want to end the year with having to deal with taxes from multiple companies. I'd rather do that next year. Right now, our corporation, we are our hands are full with the taxes from our corporation right now, and I want to get a fresh start with the corporation and multiple LLCs that we're going to be handling the next year. But anywho, jumping into the rest of the pros, another big benefit of this one, let's say for instance it's already April and you're like, hey Ruben, something happened, I need the money, what can we do? Another big difference between this one and that one is that, let's say it's April already, right? So the house is fully renovated, cost us $100,000, but since the house is fully renovated, the value of the house went up $20,000. So, and you're asking for your 20%. You're not asking for your $20,000, but you're actually asking for your 20%. Remember, you gotta weigh into the house. The value of the house goes up, so you can get a bigger amount for your 20%. So the 20%, let's say the house went up $120,000, or in other words, $20,000. And you're asking for your 20% of those $120,000. So you're gonna be getting $24,000 in return. The way you get this money is different ways. Either you can sell your part to another member of the LLC, and you're gonna be eliminated. Basically, you're not gonna be part of that LLC anymore because you don't have any money with us. So basically, you're not gonna be entitled to anything, or you can probably still be hanging around, but your percentage is gonna be 0. So you can sell your part to another member of the LLC, or you can go out there and look for someone else that is willing to buy your part. And you can sell your part up to $24,000 because that's the value of the house. we're not gonna allow to sell the house, your part, for a larger number than what's actually value, because that might create some conflict down the road. You can speculate and try to sell it for $28,000, because $28,000, you started at the beginning of the year with a value of $120,000, but by the end of the year, the value of the house is gonna go up. That's how real estate works. Every year, the value of the house keeps going up. So you're gonna be ending up with $140,000 by the end of the year. So, you can try to sell your house for $28,000, because you're speculating that that's the amount of money that it's worth, because you're looking at the end of the year, and you can sell it for $28,000. But if you wait until the end of the year to sell it, and if you're looking at those percentages, on this one right here, you're earning $4,000. That's a 20% of the amount. In this one, you're earning up to $40,000 of the $20,000 that you put in. So $40,000 compared to 12%, there's a huge difference there. Apart from that, you get an asset, new source of income, and then this is basically you're establishing a new credit line. And that new credit line comes with, if you own multiple houses, like for instance, if you own this house already, you can get loans off of that one to build more houses, and the options are pretty much limited by your creativity. But yeah, guys, this is a new strategy that we're gonna be using, and I'll be putting more information tomorrow and the next day. So if you have any questions, put it down in the comments. Send us a private message. Really appreciate you guys. Have a nice day.
Hello guys, hello group of FancyWorks. That video that I just created that I'm uploading right now, I know there's a lot of details that we still need to talk about, and I really appreciate you guys taking this time to consider, even just taking a little bit of your time to learn about this and become part of our group, and still being there, hanging around with us. We really appreciate you guys. You have no idea. We're gonna be touching back basis on this plan, because there's a lot of things that I didn't talk about in this video that I still want to come back and do a live video and talk about this. Things such as taxes, because like we all know, a new source of income comes with taxes. The government wants always their part on everything that we do, but we have a great plan. For those that already know about the Wheel Free Project, our nonprofit organization, there's a way that we can save you guys taxes and the taxes that is going to be getting charged from just becoming an investor and earning money with us. So we are going to be scheduling a new live video coming soon this week. We are trying to get more involved with our social medias. Right now we haven't had the chance to be as involved as we wished, just because we're trying to organize our company, grow it, networking. We're closing deals with companies that are going to keep us busy, keep our guys busy while we go out there and find deals. We're not just going out there randomly buying whatever comes our way. We're trying to be strategic about the houses that we buy, who we get involved with. So it's taking a little bit of time to grow, but I believe we're growing in the right direction right now. And we're going to be trying to keep you guys updated daily. If not in the morning, it's gonna be in the afternoon. If it's not me, it's gonna be Julio, or it's gonna be one of our members. Either you get a Q&A video where we're answering questions, because like I mentioned before, we're growing, we're learning, and we're absorbing every single bit of information that we can get our hands on when it comes to real estate. So yeah, guys, we really appreciate you guys watching this video, being part of the team. Love you guys. Thank you. Have a blessing day.